Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Hope you're doing well today. I've got a lager to review for you, and it is from Vocation up in the Hebden Bridge area up in Yorkshire, and this is their Hilltop lager, which is their new core range lager to go alongside the Hebden lager, which is their sort of 5% more premium offering. This one's coming in at 4.3%. There's another look at the artwork. Very light, nice kind of white, blue, yellow colour scheme going on with this one. Everything suggests that this is going to be a much lighter, perhaps more approachable lager. A bit like everything else in the beer industry at the moment, it's getting lower. 4.3%, described as clean, crisp and refreshing. Crisp, refreshing lager inspired by a hilltop location. Easy drinking with citrus notes, the ultimate thirst quenching rewards. A 4.3% ABV, 440ml can. I bought a case of these from Vocation. They were doing a deal. If you buy a case, you get the Hilltop glass, which I've got to say is lovely, and it's a thick glass as well. You know, sometimes you get these tall, narrow glasses. The glass can be a little bit thin. Not with this. That is solid. That is a solid glass. Really good quality bit of glassware, that. I don't know if that's one of Festival Glass's jobs. Doesn't say. It's got the Vocation eye etching at the bottom of the glass. Loads of detail. Like the can itself, you've got the birds flying around, the Vocation eye. Very, very smart. Anyway, let's get this lager out of its can, into its glass, and see if it's any good. I'm a big fan of their Hebden lager. It's, off the top of my head, it's one of my favourite British craft lagers. 5% ABV, so it's a little bit on the stronger side. This one at 4.3. Obviously they wanted to do something a little bit lighter, a little bit more easy drinking, which you can't blame them. But there it is in the glass. Look at that. That nucleated point at the bottom of the glass doing some serious work there. That is really throwing the carbonation around. That's madness. That is a madness. But I've got to say, that looks fantastic in the glass. Pale gold colour, straw coloured lager. Crazy carbonation. The head on this is just growing. It's getting huge. But it's looking good. It's, like I say, a nice colour. Nicely carbonated. In the glass, it's looking fantastic. I don't know if I'm going to get much of an aroma through this head now, but I'll have a go. It smells very citrusy. It's like a sweet citrus aroma. It smells like a light lager, but it smells pleasant. Lemon and lime touches. Nice kind of grainy. Nice malty aroma. It smells pleasant. Let's get stuck in, shall we? Cheers. Froth stuck to my tash. It's very clean. It's very crisp. It is citrusy, zesty. There is a very smashable nature to this beer. It is one that you could drink in no time whatsoever. Very subtle, dry, hoppy finish to it. That's very pleasant. That is very, very drinkable. On a warm summer's day, which we've been having plenty of them lately. A few of these would go down a treat. It's very clean. The water conditioning is lovely. It's very light. It's very smooth. It's got a nice mouthfeel. There is a crisp. People say crisp a lot when you're describing a lager. And you kind of think, how do you describe crispness in a drink? Not like you're eating a crisp. But there's a crisp, zesty, refreshing hit every mouthful of this. It's very nicely made, and the hops are coming through. There is a dryness, very subtle dryness at the back of the palate, combined with a lovely kind of sweet, citrusy, lemon, lime notes. It's just a very, very well made, very light, very refreshing lager. I've got no issues with that whatsoever, to be honest. Hasn't got the body of the Hebden lager, the 5%er. Obviously not as heavy, but that is the point of this beer. They tried to make a lager that's a bit more approachable, a little bit more easy drinking, one that may be a concession. The Hebden lager, once you've had a couple of those, you do start to feel it. With this is probably one you could drink a few more of before you get to that point. I really like it. I really like it. I've got no issues with this. This is the sort of thing I would happily buy more and more cases of. I've had a chat about this on YouTube recently, how hard it is to find a good case of lager in your supermarkets. And one of the lagers I buy on a regular basis just to have a lager in the fridge is the Hebden lager. But I think this could be one to replace it, to be honest. If it's something a bit lighter, a bit less alcohol, that's never a bad thing. But that's a really nice lager. I think that's really, really nicely made. Nice and fresh, light, crisp, really zesty, really refreshing, does the job. The glassware is lovely. I'm really impressed with that glass. Like I say, they were doing a deal. It was 22 quid for 12 cans. So less than £2 a can. And they chucked in the pint glass as well. And like I said, that is a lovely bit of glassware. Another nice one for the collection. I think that's a cracking lager. I really, really like that. I've got no issues with that whatsoever. Is it mind-blowing? No. Is it the best lager I've ever drunk in the world? Absolutely not. But it is a very, very good, low strength or sessionable strength, British produced lager. Vocation, Hilltop. I'm going to give that a solid 8 out of 10. I think that's a very good product. So yeah, well done. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed the review. I do appreciate it. Till my next one, you take care.